Okay. Good evening and welcome to Monos featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. Now, let me see if I can hear how this sounds. Uh, Let me see. I went back in the days. Let me see. All right, let me just work on the mic again over here and vertical layout properties. Good evening, Joy. How you doing? Um, Advanced audio properties. Let's see. My mic sounds nice. All right, this is the balance. Hmm. Which one is it using? Hold on a second. It's using the mic mix, the mic or I remember there was a way. Did that change the volume at all? Let me go online and see for myself. Anyway, if it's low, we'll just have to come back to the drawing board on the sound. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's somewhere because I'm here and I did something and I have it at 100%. So let me just close that. Um, oh, let me see. Is that changing it any? Oh, wait a minute. I think I just had an epiphany. No, this is all the way up. Anyway, we'll just have to work with it. Good evening, Mo and chat. All right, hold up. Let me come over here. Let me move this over here. I'm getting back in the hang of things. Let me come back over here. Let me make this come up. Um, Let me come over here to share. Let me copy that. All right. Nevertheless, let me just get this started so I could go home. Hey, LA DMV. All right. So here we go again. I'm gonna call this or classify this under the category of just my reaction to the nonsense. Because I have to be mindful that um there are people constantly reminding me about giving folks what they want in terms of coming out here and being in a back and forth with someone. Today I was called several bitches, and I don't like to be called out of my name several times. And the reason why I feel I was being referred to as a bitch is because there's a loss of language here. And this is common when people have not been taught from childhood to use their words. So they have to resort to insults. They have to resort to colorism, calling me a light skin, something that the sun shines, and all this other stuff. Listen, I understand by now that there are some folks who are professional antagonizers on this free app. And they come up here with the sole responsibility of getting you embroiled in an argument with them, so that there would be this construct of a back and forth or something considered to be beef. So I'm going to say this just as clear as day. I ain't got no beef for people I do not or have not met in person. For people that are 99.9% of the time an avatar. I don't got no time for that. I pride myself on not being disrespectful to folks based on their inequities, based on their shortcomings. So you will not see me resorting to those kind of tactics. I'm not comparing anybody looks to my looks. I don't want to even compare anyone on this internet to me. But this particular individual and I have something in common. It's that Leo energy. And you know, I'm here for it. So since I'm a bitch, and I'm going to be very clear, I was a bitch in video number 1 when you were calling me sweetie and boo boo, boo boo. You were bitching me then, but you were bitching me in a sophisticated manner. One that might have made you look like you took the high road. When they went low, you went high. But yes, earlier today, you was unable to maintain that stability. So you went low. And I'm going to go lower. Shiz Kina. Okay. So I don't recall Eric Brown's panel with Foot Soldier. So that is something that I have to put a call into Eric Brown to remind me of the incident. Somebody wants to roast, toast, and body blow people. I've been slexting folks since I got here. Before I created my panel, my channel, before I had my own platform, I was on other people's platform, and I was a force to be reckoned with. Now, I heard you say something earlier today about your origin. I did not follow the people who followed or were in the rob sector. I did not follow a man that threatened to put somebody's body or kidnap anyone and put them in the trunk of a car. I did not follow any male individuals here on the internet that openly walked into police precincts. I'm going to use the words that we use in New York, but police departments, and threatened police officers openly for clicks and views on the internet. No, I wasn't part of that. I didn't follow that kind of mindset. It always makes me second guess the people that did and wonder who raised y'all, as has been my theme for the past couple of live streams, when I've been emphasizing the lack of nurturing in your adolescence, your young adult life. And you know, it's my belief, and this is just my belief. Now you can Fit the mold if you need to be. But it's my belief that people hurt people, and people who have had trauma in their early childhood days grow up to be menace to society. Some people are able to not consider themselves as a victim and rise above the things that were established to hold them back, and then some people are unable to do that. I give two fucks or less than two fucks about anyone's lifetime story on this internet in the year 2024. I may have been intrigued in prior years about who you folks were and where you folks derived from. I don't care if people were in the witness protection program or whatever narratives that people put out here. That has never been my focus or my storyline. To try to insinuate that slexting and slicing is what you've been doing since you were an adolescent at 12. The only blood I saw at the age of 12 was my menstrual cycle. I was doing real young lady stuff, preteen stuff. I did not have a traumatic childhood that shaped me into being a nasty woman. I don't have any personal defects that have me comparing myself to other people. But there are some people out here that do that. Just because I'm in somebody's chat room and they're speaking on what they purport to be your life doesn't mean that I am taking that in its totality. I'm there for the entertainment purposes of it. That's all, and that's everything. And if you got a problem with me being entertained, I got a problem with how you guys entertained yourself for years talking about me. Shizkina, you have spoken on me numerous times in the past years on your platform. It has been brought to my attention over and over again. And I never challenged your ability to speak on me in a negative fashion. I never assumed that you knew better. I never assumed that you were a friendly person to me. Because if I had done assumptions at that point based on today's analysis that you did, I would have been making an ass out of myself. If I had listened and assumed that your email that you sent me warning me about Karen was authentic, I would have been making an ass out of myself for listening to you then. Which Shizkina should I be intrigued by? Which one should be the one that I trust? Shizzy, we ain't frenzies. So there was no reason for you to believe that I would want more from you. My video is unlisted because somewhere in the settings, that's what happens at the end of a live stream. When I come on through y'all method, which was StreamYards. And guess what? At the end of this video, it might go unlisted too, because I use the same settings from last night. So guess what will happen? Today, the video is available. Today's video, I made a community post with it so that people could follow the link later on. But how dare you concern yourself with the operation of another person's channel while telling the person not to be focused on your channel when you know for certain that ain't nobody been focused on your channel. You know for certain, after being provided with an explanation as to how I derived at my commentary, what may have been inspired by your picture upload, how I interpret the information for myself and did not collate it to you personally. There was nothing in my post nor in my commentary that followed that was specific to Shizkina. There was nothing, absolutely nothing that we could even say was attributed to you. There was no commentary on my part that specified your personal money situation, your personal finances. It was presented in a broad spectrum for a larger audience. What I'm saying is that it was much bigger than you. And it was a teaching moment for those who were unfamiliar with the program. Period. He made an announcement that Monica made a post. Your ignorance is unwavering. You are accusing Monica Mo Justice based on a comment that another man made. You are looking through my channel for a post that doesn't exist. You're looking for something according to what JJ said. You're assuming that he is correct. How could you follow his mindset when you're saying that you don't even like him? How do you distinguish when to follow JJ's prompts and when to not follow his prompts? You're scouring through my community wall looking for something that was said about you. Then you come into a confession and you say, hey, no, her stuff that's up there can't be applicable to me. It's general. It's broad. I just think, yeah, that's exactly what it was. So what are you looking for? You're looking for something that he said. He put two independent clauses in one statement as he spoke, and you connected it to yourself because you want to go through that wall and find something so that you can have an issue with me. You're searching, you're reaching, you're assuming, you're doing all the things, as I have always accused you of doing, that you want other people to be guilty of. It's you. There's nobody else doing that but you. You're the weakest link. You're that person. You're the one. You're low. You're digging deep. You're reaching for no reason. You're trying in your uploads to incite people to join you in your campaign of harassment against the Monica Mo Justice. Are you crazy? Are you stupid or just stupid? Which one is it? I told you, you don't want this because you're not worthy of it. Do what you do. Continue on. I have yet to take the apple and bite from it y'all stories. I don't care. There's a reason why I didn't sit there and listen to people destroy one another when I simply could have been in the chat rooms. I condemn those people that condone that type of energy. You people, and you want me to put a name on it, it's the subscribers. There's your name. It's the viewers. It's feeding the KYA, knowing your audience. It's feeding your audience the garbage that keeps going on and on and on. So when you're asking me to put a name on it, it's the audience. It's the viewers. It's those people who keep the nonsense going. My position has never changed. So to ask me to expand upon it is interesting. You say, you go to specific instances and say, oh, that wasn't me. You go into a period of time that I hadn't even witnessed for myself. You mentioned at 41 minutes into your video from this morning. About different burials that have taken place on this internet that you have not participated in. But what about the one that I was speaking on? Did you participate in that one? The one where y'all buried the robbing sinners, both the husband and the wife? Then y'all sat around here and decided which ones you would reincarnate them and then pull them on either side of the community. That's what I spoke on. That's the funeral I spoke on. And it's customary here that you guys did engage in several funerals. That's all I kept hearing around here. When you didn't want to be called a cemetery, but you practiced rituals which were based in the burying of things. There was one burial that you did refer to, and you talked about participating in limited. That's a bunch of BS. Remember, Shizzy, I have the video where you were up there with the victim in that storyline. And the victim was very outspoken when she shared the advertisement that was all around the internet. So for you to justify your participation in limited just shows that, again, when people don't want to be held accountable to being assholes, to participating again in what I would call behavior described in a writing, and it's the Lottery by Shirley Jackson. It's a fictional story about following the leader, just getting along, going along to get along, and doing things just because. Shizzy, you are definitely a follower. And here's going to be some positive stuff I could give you. But I think people have distinguished you as having the potential to be a leader. But you keep falling short of that expectation because you have an unwavering commitment to people that have hurt you. You're the type of person that once a person abuses you, you keep going back for the abuse. Everyone can see it. You know it. You live it. Your children are stronger than you. Your daughters stand firmer than you. You know that. All stuffing. Did I just say a word? They stand up for themselves. They don't make a whole bunch of ruckus for no reason. They hit hard and well. Whoever raised them well. In terms of either one did not raise them and they had to learn to fend for themselves and they learned how to protect themselves better than you were able to. Maybe you feel intimidated by that because the strength you were unable to capture, they were able to nurture and survive better than you. Are you hemorrhaging yet? Just checking. I don't want those counts to go through the roof. The only money in this community that I counted on in my video was the panhandling. And I said that people that panhandle on the internet, cash at me this, cash at me that, were definitely raking in the dollars in that capacity because they were bypassing the structure that was in place by YouTube. So if you feel like I was monitoring your pocket because I was speaking on panhandling, that is pervasive throughout the platform. It's in every community. It's in every community here. And it is for the audience, again, to either be a participant in it or not be a participant in it. Incidentally, I've been in other communities and I've seen people give these people hundreds of dollars. So if you was on my community wall as you confess to being there, you would see that there were some platforms outside of this cemetery that I was focused on. Guess what? They panhandle over there too. And you know what they did? They came on a live stream snorting cocaine, and now they got court cases. So all that rolling up and all the other stuff that people do, which is against the community guidelines, because though it may be legal in certain states to openly use, it's a prohibited activity on the platform. Have you rolled up lately? Did you used to roll up on camera? I'm just saying. You said, and you make an eloquent case to defend the hate you gave to a woman. Unfortunately, Shizzy, I can only speak to what I've seen and witnessed. And just because I haven't lived your experience on this intranet and I haven't followed your storyline with other people doesn't make me be a person, as you describe, as somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. It's not that I don't know what I'm talking about. It's that I had no interest in following that kind of activity. So, what I don't know about you is because I wasn't on the bandwagon. And that's a good thing for me. When I spoke on you and others, body shaming JJ's new significant other, it's out of an abundance of caution. Why are you repeating the cycle? You didn't like when it was done to you. You went into intimate details to define what happened to somebody you care about and how somebody you cared about was treated. What difference will it make, hey Sam, that you, what difference does it make at this point? People use the terminology that his significant other is now collateral damage and it's fair game. Can't you see yourself following in the same narratives? When are you going to rise above the fray and become better than others? You got to be better than your enemy. You've got to show the love that other people don't have. Or otherwise, you're no better than the people that you are speaking against. I endeavor to be better than what somebody else was. Some of your stuff I thought was you were reflecting, deflecting onto somebody else your pain just for the hell of it. I don't understand why people can't just keep some of this hostility on the YouTube against the YouTuber directly, YouTube to YouTube. Again, in my commentary, I always try to focus on people's strengths. That's why I point out the strengths of your daughters. I wouldn't know any weaknesses other than they have a weak ass mom. Let me see. I'm just going through my notes. You want to peel back shit? I never even heard this term. I don't know. You want to peel a potato. A potato only has one layer of skin. Bitch, I'm going to keep pulling back. I'm going to peel back onions on you. Layer after layer after layer. If you don't leave me the fuck alone. Now you have been adequately advised to leave me alone. To cease and desist with your bullshit. Nothing I have said about you is based on anybody else's commentary about you other than the relationship that I know of you and I to have had. And the commentary that you've projected onto me in the past days, which is the same thing you did during your last hemorrhage count. So what I'm asking of you, and I'm asking it politely, and it's in your best interest to leave me the fuck alone. Go on about your business. And if you have some evidence or whatever it is that JJ said that triggered you. Because it didn't trigger me. And trust you me, if I heard him misrepresent me, I would have corrected it. Period. It's been brought to my attention that it was stated in the way that you said it was stated, but it was not meant in the way that you are saying it was meant. And having now watched you twist the situation with the monetization explanation of $200 in 1 year divided by 52 weeks divided by 7, and you want to say that that was me talking about your funds, I can see where a person like you gets things wrong quickly. Because here it is, Sakina, one of my best books, The 4 Agreements. You violate every agreement. Agreement number one, be impeccable with your word. Your word ain't bombs. You sat up here today and you tried to reintroduce your storyline on here. Your adulthood trauma or whatever that led you through, I couldn't believe it. You started talking about being arrested at the age of 12 and wanting to compare criminal records by asking me, where's mine? Fuck you. If a person is a juvenile with a record, when you become an adult, you would appreciate having that sealed. The problem with you is you ain't fucking grow up yet. You want to still come out here and boast and brag about what should be the moments in your life that you reflect on now, nearly, 38 years later. You should be reflecting on that now and saying, damn, I went through some shit 38 years ago and I survived it and here I am and I'm not going to do this no more. Damn, that was a rough I'm glad I got here. I'm telling you, 50 is a powerful number. I'm hoping when you reach it, it will change your direction. Because some of the other people that you're hanging around, they ain't there yet. You're about to hit a milestone. It's a good time to reflect. But it ain't going to get you nowhere if you're running around here singing and dancing on what you once was. That badass Shiz Kina had a terrible life. Think about if all of that shit never had happened, the shit you want to say, you don't want to know about this. Imagine what you could have been. Instead of some washed up ass YouTuber sitting up here panhandling on the internet across the countries begging so you can get micro braids and some nail job. This is from your video earlier. You just confirmed what other people were saying about you. So if I had no belief in what I heard over the weekend, you came and confirmed it on your video. So as a thinking being that I am, now I have to be like, wow, that has some merit. You want me not to put you in a category. I want you to stop putting yourself in a category. I want you to want better for yourself. I want you to start thinking that you're worth something. Because what you're showing us is Favorite word of the week? A penny with a hole in it. You're a person with a bunch of holes in your life. Even down to you returning to your accent. Crazy. Just crazy for me to see that. That little behavior is crazy for me. It's crazy for me to see you behave like that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. This is the second layer of my onion. I'd rather go put my onion away. I'd rather just shed my little tears from trying to cut off those 2 layers of my onion. Sakina, do not make me have to come back out here and go through another layer of my onion. Because it's not going to feel anything like being sliced slowly. It's going to be like Slexting. And that term came during the time when slicing slow was put out here. And anybody that's been on my channel since the beginning, they know I even have a t-shirt that says I be Slexting. Don't get slexed. This is Mo. Oop. Comments, questions, or concerns from the chat? The funny thing about tonight is I don't even know how I'm live. I don't know if I'm on the, because I think I use the StreamYard. Because I'm on, let me just see. Because I'm on, what's that thing called? I'm directly on OBS without a camera. Y'all gotta figure that out. So I don't have no link to give y'all. Aw, what a pity. Anyway, questions, comments, and concerns from the chat. All right, I'm gonna go take my little self to bed. I didn't I got interrupted by Shiz Kina over here, so I didn't get to finish watching maybe the last hour of the trial for today. But I will tell you that The Witness is a piece of work, and I was definitely watching that. And I was about to go check out Star because Star is doing the tonight's episode on Star. His next episode, the one tonight, is on the corruption in a corrupt politician, a corrupt mayor. He's doing commentary on that, and I kind of like how he does commentary because he definitely makes his guests, co-hosts, or whatever really defend their position. So he'll challenge people with questions that will make them have to not regurgitate what they've heard, but really give thoughtful rationale between why they stand for the positions that they're taking. And that is definitely the type of critical, those are the things that critical thinkers appreciate because it challenges their position and makes a person have to defend why they feel the way that they do. Again, when people learn how to use their words, they're able to express themselves more clearly. Because I'm stuck in a sector that just wants to kill off each other, you never get to see people build up or see people shine, because I wanted to use the word project. I'm not even going to use that, but I'm just in an environment where people just want to destroy other people. They want to see them hemorrhage. I know if somebody don't stop fucking with me, y'all definitely got bad head counts around here. Y'all got some bad mojo around here. Anyway, I ain't got anything else to add to it. Today's broadcast was brought to you by the M and the O. Mo, mo, mo.